Hey,
Pouke,
was good.
welcome to Uphillradio Live, bro. How you doing?
I'm good, bro. Just chilling, sitting in my room.
Stay
Fucking
in your room, bro.
dying slowly.
I've been down. So I'm gonna tell you this much. I'm excited to have you here, dude. Pouke versus the
Thanks, man.
world. I'm gonna tell you that
Yeah,
I've been fucking with you for a couple of years now. I would say from the beginning of 2020, maybe even 2019. I would have to look back,
yeah, yeah. Cause
but
like
yeah,
we met like through Chase, right? I think that's how we met, or was it like something else? Cause he was like Sad Boy Stills or whatever before and now. Cause
that's right. That's right. Sad Boy Stills. Oh shit. So I met Sad Boy Stills first.
yeah, so that Chase is Sad Boy Stills. So Crash is Sad Boy Stills.
Oh, but I had no idea that you guys were friends at the time.
Yeah, yeah. Like we've been friends since like 2018 because he lives in the same town as me. And
You
so
want to
I
go ahead
think
and talk
that's how
about that?
yeah, yeah. So like dead ass like I'm just a weird ass dude. So like I'm like antisocial and social at the same time. So
Hmm.
like I'll be having like mental breakdowns and shit and I won't like want to leave my house. So I'll just stay in my house for like way too damn long. But then I'll have these break moments where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go out and do something, and I just happened to have one of those moments in time, and I went
Hmm.
to Subway, and Chase's goofy ass is working at was working at
Oh,
Subway.
no way.
Yeah, yeah, and actually at the time I had made this project called Rotten Roses and Liberal Doses. I'd made that project
Okay,
and
okay.
I was showing him and he was like, yo, this is fire. And so we just added each other on Snapchat and then it went from there. And then from there, I think he liked my stuff on SoundCloud. And
Yeah.
I think from there, if I'm not mistaken, you saw his like stuff and started liking my stuff. Then I saw your shit
Okay.
and I started liking your stuff. And then I followed you on,
Damn.
yeah. And then I followed you
Damn.
on Instagram.
That's crazy because Crash is another solid artist that I fuck with.
Yeah, man. Like that new project was completely produced by me.
Yeah, I actually stumbled across that video yesterday on your Instagram. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Like I feel like a lot of people won't really know because like I'm on the project, but like it wasn't like we put Pook X, Crash, I don't think.
Yeah, you
Or
didn't put
maybe
yourself as a feature, huh?
yeah, because like I don't know, I didn't really care that much. I was just like, I'm trying to focus on getting Chase a solid project out and having it be really good and having him be as much of an artist as I believe he can be and really make him flourish as much as he can.
I can 100% agree because when I found him as an artist called Sad Boy Stills, I thought he was a dope artist, right?
Hmm.
But then I saw that how he was working with you in the transition he was making with Crash and the tape
Hmm.
called Crash Test Dummy. And I'm like,
Yeah,
damn, that transition was so great. It was a dope transition. And I heard
yeah,
your voice on Starboy. I'm like, yo, that's Pookie. I swear I
yeah,
hear his voice, but it didn't list
yeah.
as a feature.
Well, see, I didn't want my name to really like overshine or anything like that.
Right.
I wanted it to be like his project. I wanted it to be really showing off what we could get his vocals to come out to. And I could just see it in his manners and everything like that. Like, dude was happy as fuck. Like, after we made that project, it was solid as fuck. I was happy. It was honestly a project that I made that I can go back and listen to multiple times and be like, yeah, this is a solid damn project.
Yeah, good job. You guys did a good job on that one for sure.
Yeah, man.
Give you props. So you want to talk about a little bit more about the production side of your Pookie?
Yeah, so nowadays I pretty much make all my shit. Like I'll do everything from scratch. The only shit I really didn't do from scratch was like I did the Emerald project. That one was like samples. I did like free for profit samples and stuff like that. And
Right.
then um and then the original love letters in the back of the class, not the deluxe. the first
Mm-hmm.
version of it, that was like a bunch of samples. Pretty much the whole thing was samples. But it's hard to get like guitar unless you play guitar live, which I don't know how to play guitar. So I have a dude come in my studio and play guitar for me. His name's Jet, and he'll do
Oh,
my live.
nice.
Yeah, he'll do my live
Jet.
recordings, and then I'll do the 808s and everything like that over the samples.
So you would get a sample and then create a beat off that.
Yeah, yeah. So you'd like find the BPM. You'd like find the BPM of the sample, which you can do that through FL Studio, or you can like upload it onto like a third party like website or something like that, and it'll tell you like the key and the BPM, and then you can make the beat off of that, and then take the key, use it for auto tune, stuff like that.
And because of that, you don't really have issues, huh, with putting your music on platforms like Spotify and Apple Music.
No, I don't actually. See, I'm very much about the money side of things, and I'm
Yeah.
really trying to get this shit going to the point to where I can really support myself and not like need a job. You know what I'm saying? And
Seriously,
I'm
bro.
I'm getting close. Like I'm getting money like from music because of that one song I got, and then
Mm-hmm.
I also have another one that's getting really big right now. Um, and those two are bringing me some good money in, but like it's not enough to be like, okay, now I can like quit my job and go like just do this shit full time. It's not there yet. I
But it's
wish.
good that you're seeing it, right? You're starting to see it, though.
Yeah, yeah, it's bringing it. It's crazy because it's bringing in more money than shit I thought I'd ever make, bro. Shit I
What
thought.
are the two songs that are bringing you money right now?
So the two songs right now are "Fear and Misery" and "With Time Comes Fear." Both of those
Those
were
are both
produced.
great tracks right there.
Yeah, yeah. I actually, fun fact, I actually did not like Fear and Misery at all.
Oh, no
Uh,
way.
yeah, I actually really disliked that song. I almost didn't put it on the project. Um,
What's the story behind that?
well, see, my producer Jet, right? He's got an ear for shit, and he's really good at making
Mm.
beats. And I didn't make that beat, nor did I make uh the With Time Comes Fear. I didn't make either one of those. My producer Jet made that.
Okay.
So he's got a really good ear for like samples and stuff, and he'll do a lot of samples. So for like Fear and Misery, we
Mm-hmm.
sampled this song from Joji that was called like Fried Noodles. And it's
Fried
like,
noodles.
yeah, and then like in the song he's like, I live in a constant state of fear and misery, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we literally just took that part, we sampled it, and then I sang over his voice. So it's like a harmony. So therefore we couldn't get hit with copyright.
Oh, smart move right there.
Yeah. And then we made a whole different beat over it and everything. And then I rapped on it. And then now it's got like 350,000.
Yeah. Is that I'm looking at the SoundCloud alone, and it's at 3,000. That's SoundCloud.
Yeah, yeah. Just on SoundCloud, it's pretty poppin'. So is With Time Comes Fear. With Time Comes Fear
Yeah.
on SoundCloud, it's got like 1,000 something, and then on Spotify, it's got 13,000. It hit 13,000 like last night.
Yo, congrats. Those are crazy numbers.
I know it's weird. Like when I think about it, I'm like, yo, I'm like actually hitting numbers, but then, like like I don't know, I don't really give myself enough credit, for
No,
shit.
well,
I'm really.
well, maybe there's a reason why you're not giving yourself credit. There has to be some type of reason, right? Are
I
you hard on yourself
mean,
a little bit?
dude, I'm the hardest on myself, like dead ass. Like, dude, I'm
Do you want to talk
my
about that?
brain. Yeah, it's hard to explain a bit. I don't know. I've had fucked up mental state since like a kid. I can remember being like 5 years old and like looking at myself in the mirror and like crying. And then
Mm-hmm.
my grandma took me home to my mom and was like, "Your son is crying when he looks at himself." And then my mom took me to my stepdad, and my stepdad
Mm-hmm.
at the time took his shirt off and was like, "There's nothing wrong with you. Like, look, I'm like this
Wow,
too. I'm like this
man,
too." Like, yeah, yeah, and
that's
I was
amazing.
ever since I was like 5 years old, like I've had a fucked up mental space. I can dead ass
Hmm.
remember being 5 years old, looking at myself in the mirror, going, "I look ugly."
Dang, that's terrible, bro.
I mean,
That's terrible.
I mean, I there's nothing I can do about it. You feel like,
Yeah, yeah, you're a kid. You're 5 years old. That's just how
yeah,
you felt, you know.
yeah, and it's whenever I was five,
Hmm.
uh, I lived in this small town in Arkansas called Marmaduke, right? And so
Okay.
this town had a twister go through it,
Oh
and
shit.
yeah, yeah, and it was like three tornadoes had combined and became bigger, and then went through the town, fucked it up. Well,
Wow.
the path that the tornado took went right over my house when we were in it.
Whoa.
Yeah, and so like we freaked out because we saw it coming down the road, but it was too late for us to just get up and get in the car and drive away.
Damn. That's
Yeah,
intense.
yeah, and I was only like five at the time. And what happened is we ended up my stepdad grabbed us and we went into this room in the back. It was my brother's room, and they had bunk beds and shit.
Yeah.
And first we were gonna get under the bunk beds, and then I was like, "Nah, fam, like that. I'm too scared to do that. That sounds awful." So what we
Awful
did
idea.
was, yeah, I was like 5 years old telling my mom like that's stupid,
Shit.
and then we ended up getting into the closet, and we put a mattress against the closet door,
Hmm.
and we put pillows around us, all above us, all around us. We put covers over us, and long story short, our house got lifted up off the ground and moved
Whoa.
moved like 20 yards with us in it. And there was only like two.
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah. And there's only like two rooms left. It was like the room we were in and the room attached to it on the side.
Wow, you guys made it.
Yeah,
You
and it
guys
was
made it.
really fucked, dude. It was so fucked. Um, because we ended up coming out of the house. We had to climb through a window to get out of the house, and
Damn.
we walked outside, and the whole town was just fucking destroyed. And it was my it's honestly one of my earliest memories, just being alive, just seeing that shit happen. And that shit happened, and then next thing I know, it was actually half a month after my birthday.
Oh
And
shit, that's messed
so
up.
yeah, so I lost all my birthday presents and shit, and everything, bro.
Damn.
I was so fucked up about it. And my dad, right? My dad just dipped out, bro. My dad was just gone. We didn't know where he went. He wouldn't talk to me. He wouldn't call. He was just
During that
gone.
time?
Yeah, immediately, right after that.
Whoa, that's a little odd. That's what after the
Yeah,
twisters, after the destruction, he
yeah,
dipped.
yeah. He just,
Wow, that's it.
yeah, he just dipped out, bro. And my I don't remember a ton from that time period. I remember
Uh-huh.
being super fucked up about it, and I remember being really hard for me to go into school, and I would have to it was almost morning after morning I would go into the counselor's office crying and shit, like being where's my dad?
Oh man, that's tough, bro. Hey, just that story alone could make a movie. That's crazy. You had
Yeah.
twisters combine, just get your house and move it 20 yards. And then
Yeah.
this was after your birthday.
Yeah.
And then your dad is gone. He's no longer in the picture. And you're a young
Yeah.
kid. That's a lot for a child to handle, bro. It
Yeah,
really is.
and it's I don't like talking about it that much because it's
Hmm.
I don't know, I don't want it to be some shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be something I base my life around. I try to forget about it because it's yeah, it's fucked up, but it's fucked up, and that's why I don't want to deal with it, you know?
Yeah, I understand. I understand. I'm just from coming from California, I know I live out here in the West Coast. We don't see no tornadoes. We don't know nothing about that.
Dude,
To
it's fucked.
to hear,
Like, it's fucked,
go
bro.
ahead. Yeah,
Like,
that's weird. Like the idea of a twister,
yeah, it's
a
like
tornado.
living where I live. It's like I'm a dead ass. Like, just having a house is uncertain. Um,
Hmm.
like I live in like the tornado, whatever, where all the tornadoes are. And
Yeah,
so,
Tornado Valley.
yeah, yeah. And so, like, dead ass, we have like tornado sirens that go off. We test them like every week. Like every
So
week
you
they
hear
get
like the
tested,
alarms and whatnot.
or every month, something like that. Yeah, yeah. So we just hear them all the time and just kind of get desensitized to it. But when there's an
Yo, Pouke, that's
actual,
crazy.
yeah, yeah. And so when uh when there's like a legit like tornado warning, like
Uh-huh.
low key have panic attacks a little bit.
Oh yeah, because that's like a type of god, bro. You can't destroy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's it's a natural
yeah,
thing. You can't control it, bro.
yeah. And I like try to explain it to like one of my exes, and she just like couldn't get it, bro. Like
Oh man. No.
like that.
I mean,
Some people just can't understand it. Like some people just have lived in this like sheltered bubble their entire life, so they don't really understand what like real pain is, you know?
well, yeah, the reality is different than yours, dude. You know, they don't see the
And
world.
yeah, and that's like why I like strive so hard to like get out of this bitch. And like I make
Mm-hmm.
music so much because it's like, dude, my one goal is to like leave here, bro, and like not deal with all these fucked up people I've had to deal with my entire life, all this fucked up shit I've had to deal with. I'm trying to get rid of it. And like
Yep.
people like always, it was like whenever I was in high school, I
Mm-hmm.
lost from 14 years old to like 16, I lost like 100 pounds.
Wow, bro.
Um,
Congrats. That's a big deal.
yeah, uh,
That's cool,
and
man.
but I mean, it's cool and shit, but it's like it's something I had to do. You feel me? Because like I was like
Mm-hmm.
14 years old and I weighed like 310 pounds, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like I looked at myself and I was like, "Yo, I ain't getting no bitches. I'm gonna die at 30." Like,
Yo, it's crazy you had those thoughts.
well, dude, like, yeah, I don't know. I was just a really aware kid.
Yeah, it seems like from your stories you've been aware at a very young age.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just always been like that. Um,
Mm,
but um, I don't know. It was like I lost weight and shit, and then I started like wanting to make myself look cool, and it was almost like a trend for these bitches to like fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
nah, yeah.
And
So,
I don't know. It's just so weird. Like, and I don't get it. I don't fuck with none of these people. And like people will be like talking to me all the time, or whenever I was in high school, and they'd be like, uh, they would ask me why I'm so distant and like why I
uh-huh.
always look angry walking through the halls and shit, and like why I'm
They
so
couldn't figure
quiet.
it out, huh?
Yeah, because it's like, bro, like I don't fuck with none of these kids because I'm walking through high school, right? And I see all these kids and they're like, they don't get it, bro. They don't get none of
Mm-hmm.
this shit. They ain't seen like they ain't have to fight to like be like comfortable in their own like household, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Like that's I've had to like throw hands just to be comfortable in my own household. Like,
Oh man, that's why we want to talk about that a little bit because that sounds like it's fucked up.
yeah,
Throwing hands at your own home to feel
yeah,
comfortable.
like I'll talk about this shit, but it's like it has to deal with like my brothers and shit. And it's like I
Mm-hmm.
want to
Mm-hmm.
preface this before we even like get even moving on that point. I'm
Yeah.
very, 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 very cool with my brothers nowadays. Like we are good. We all had to deal with a bunch of fucked up shit that we didn't know how to deal with because we were so young. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you on that one.
So it's like I forgive my brother for all the shit that he did to me, even if he
Damn.
even if he is the way he is. You feel me? So it's like
Yeah, you're growing up. You're growing up.
yeah, it's like I 100% forgive my brother for how he acted when he was like that age, and you know what I'm saying?
Props to you,
And
dude. Because to forgive, that's a lot.
Yeah, it took a lot to like to even like remotely think about it because there was a solid point in time where I would have conversations with my mom and I would be
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm never gonna talk to this dude again. Like I'm never talking to him. Like I'm once I turn 18, I'm never saying a word to my brother like ever again.
Wow, that's
Because like
fucked up.
well, he was putting me through so much shit. I mean, it was like every day, bro. Like, so essentially, this is how it went. So, whenever I was around 13, 14, right, my brother Grant, well, yeah, he was around like 16 at the time.
Okay.
And he was going through a lot of shit. My brother Grant, he lost his father when he was like 8 or 9,
Mm-hmm.
along with
That's
my
tough.
other brother, along with my other brother.
Oh man, I'm
And
sorry about that.
it's okay. It's just shit we got to deal with, you know? But
Yeah.
so like we we ended up getting into this conflict one night and it all started with this. I've always been good with computers and shit, you know? And so I
Mm-hmm.
used to I mean, I remember being like 12 years old and I was setting up the modem and the router in my house and I was controlling it and I was making sure that it ran straight, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I would set the password up and everything. And my brother thought that I was like forcing like the internet to only go to my room and shit. And it's like, bro, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Like I can't force the internet to only be good in my room. It's like there's multiple things to take into account. Well,
Yeah.
my brother thought it would be a good idea to every time that the internet was bad, he would blame it on me. And so he would come to my room screaming and yelling at me. And I was only like 13, 14 at the time, so I was just terrified, bro. Like I would just literally shut my door and like lock it. And like I had like a solid oak wood door, so I would like
Mm-hmm.
I would literally just lock the door and like not say a word. He would be at my door screaming, yelling, punching the fucking door. He would come around to the other side of the house where my window is, and he would try to like open my window up and shit. And he would tell me that when he would be screaming at me saying like when I unlock the door, he's gonna beat my ass and he's gonna break all the shit in my room and
Wow.
all this
Because he thinks you're
he
taking the internet.
because yeah and all this shit. And that progressed for like 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we ended up getting to this point in time where I got very threatened by him. I was like 14 and like he had like backed me in a corner. You feel me? And he was like about to
That's
start
scary.
like doing shit to me. And
That's
so
scary.
so I like threw this glass mug at his head
Oh shit.
because I was like terrified, bro. I didn't know what to do. So because he's starting to come at me, so I just chunked this fucking glass mug at his head. I missed. Thank God, I might have actually hurt him seriously.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that glass. Oh shit.
yeah, I just
But you were
chunked it at
protecting
his.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he ended up putting me in a headlock and just like beating the shit out of me, bro. And my mom came in just screaming and yelling at him. And at that point, my mom like started to like really realize like how actually bad the situation was, and like how I was kind of like getting harassed by my brother, and she put as much of a stop to it as she could. You feel me? But
Yeah.
my
Did you
mom
guys ever get along?
nowadays, we did back in the day too. We did have times where we got along.
Mm-hmm.
We had times where we would make funny ass hilarious vines and shit together. Like we got along. Like our
Shit, Vine.
relationship, yeah, like our relationship wasn't horrible. You feel me? Like this is just like periods in time where my brother was just going through his own mental shit,
Facts. Two kids going through a lot of shit in the same household.
which is like why I say I forgive him and shit. And like
Mm-hmm.
the he stopped fucking with me whenever I was like 16 or 17 because I was like I don't know if I should say this on here or not, but I was selling pot brownies at the time. Um
Okay. The
and I was
edibles,
like
the eddies.
yeah, I was like I was making them in the crib and shit, right? And
Yeah.
then I was hella selling them. I mean, like I was selling like 50 to 60 like every like week and a half.
Man, that's
Making like,
business. That's blooming.
well, that's how like that's partially how I got started like with music.
Oh, no
But
way.
yeah, yeah. So
Oh, that's awesome.
so I was like selling these pot brownies and shit. And so my brother had actually gone through the same dude, and he had like bought weed, and like there was just a whole situation, and he was like, he thought I had like stolen his weed and like used it to make pot brownies. And so
Oh,
he was
shit.
like, yeah, so he came to me and he was like, if you don't give me the money by the end of the day, I'm gonna beat your ass and break everything in your room. That was always shit that he said to you, but he never did. Um, and so at this point,
Mm,
I was like 17, bro. I had been bodybuilding for like a solid year and a half,
nice.
and so I was like,
You
yo,
were ready with the
fuck
shits.
it, yeah, yeah. I was like, yo, I'm ready to throw hands. What's good?
Facts.
And so we start throwing hands and shit. He starts punching me in like the chest and the shoulder and shit. I think he was scared to hit me in the face. Um,
Damn.
and bro, I just threw a punch, and bro, my
Uh-huh.
whole fucking arm went through the goddamn door and shit, and like he put me in a chokehold and shit, and he like was like hit me in the face, and like I started lifting him up off the ground, like I was about to slam him on the ground, and then he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna let you go, and when I let you
Hmm.
go, we're gonna stop this shit." And
Oh, fuck.
ever since then, never had an issue.
Because you ain't still shit. He was just trying to come up, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Well, we don't really live together anymore, and like I don't know. I never had an issue with Grant. The only thing I ever wanted from Grant was a good relationship, man. The only thing I
Right,
ever
yeah.
wanted for Grant was just for us to be cool. I never once took advantage of Grant. I never wanted to have any harsh. I just wanted like a good brother. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I
Yo.
feel like I got kind of like gypped on it from my childhood, you know?
That's fucked up. It's cold. It's a cold
And
thing.
and it's like and what's fucked up about it is like to this day, like I still can't even like look at him like you know what I'm saying? Like it's hard for me to look at him like a certain type of way because of that shit. Because dead ass, that shit lasted from like 14 years old till I was like 17, bro. Well,
It's a
like
long
13
time.
years old. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of time, bro, of shit. He like, and it's really fucked up because when you've been like fucked with from like a young age to the old age, it's really hard to like really stand up and put your foot down against it. You know what I'm saying? Because you've almost been like fear has almost been instilled in you.
You are, yeah. Yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
And that's like the shits I had to deal with. And it was like, oh, it was ass.
I mean, just hearing the few stories that you said so far, I mean, it makes sense why you want to get out of there. I mean, a lot of us want to get out of our hometown period, you know?
Hmm.
Where is somewhere you want to end up being?
Really, man, I don't really got that high of standards. Like, if tomorrow
Hmm.
all I had was like a trailer and like a studio,
Same.
dead ass, I'd be vibing. Like, I don't really care about that shit that
Vibing
much.
right there, huh? Yeah, yeah.
Like dead ass, like I don't need that much to be happy. Like
You're
that's
a
all I
humble dude.
really need. Yeah,
That's good.
I try to be, uh, and possibly a little bit of hose too. You
A
know,
little bit of hose. Can't forget the hose.
yeah, man,
I'm gonna say
yeah.
though, like, if you, I mean, you will get the opportunity in time when you get to leave and move on and get out of that. As time goes on, I'm telling you, the relationship with your brother, it will improve. It's just a little harder maybe because you guys are in the same area. I mean, I could be
Yeah.
wrong. I could be wrong, but that's
Well,
just an idea.
he's working on improving himself a lot. See, he had a very like existential moment with me where he
Mm-hmm.
where he kind of like realized a lot of shit and realized a lot of shit that he was doing and how he was treating people, not only me. Um and nowadays he acts a lot better. He has his moments. I genuinely think it's not something that he can really fully control. You know, I think it's
Yeah.
very much so like it's something that he was born with and not something that he chooses to do. I think it has to play with a little bit of narcissism, and narcissism is
Mm.
not, it's not a bad thing unless it gets fully fleshed out to be a horrible thing. And a lot of people get narcissism construed because it's like you have to have like a set amount of characteristics to actually be a narcissist. And I genuinely, from years of observing Grant, think that he has those. Not every,
Interesting.
but he
I
has
feel
like
him.
at least like 6 or 7 out of them.
Oh wow.
And
And a lot
I
of
think
times we don't
now,
even know.
yeah, yeah, and it's like he didn't know it, and I don't think he does
Hmm.
know it. I just think that he's just operating on the universe. He's not operating on his own mind. And see, that's where me and him are different and how we clash so much is because I operate on experiences and I operate through just like my brain and shit and like
Uh-huh.
energy. And like if I feel like somebody has energy, like I try to see the best in people. And like honestly, it kind of gets me fucked over in a lot of ways. And I think that Grant sees a lot of what he dislikes in himself in me.
Oh man, it's tough. He sees it in
And
you.
yeah, and it's like it's okay.
Well, you're his little brother, man. It's a weird situation, because I have
Yeah,
a little brother too, and I could see that. I could coordinate with that a little bit.
yeah, and it's like a lot of older brothers don't realize like one thing a lot of older brothers don't realize is they don't give their little brothers the opportunity to grow. They think that the little brother should come out of the womb just being a man. You feel me? Like
Wow,
not,
you hit it in the nail.
and it's like they don't give the kid any time to grow, and they think that the kid is going to be a kid forever, and they think that this dude's not going to change into something like great, just because he was goofy and said some corny shit and was like wild
Hmm.
and smiling and having fun as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man, that pains me to hear that. That hurts me. That's crazy to hear that because you don't hear no one saying it. You don't hear little brothers talking about that.
well, it's I'm gonna, me, I'm gonna speak what I feel like I need to be said, and
Hmm.
not really care that much. And if people don't really, you know, want to listen, it's whatever. It's like what really shows strength in, in character is like somebody who's willing to look in on themselves and really delve deep into their actions and really try to like make themselves better. I'm not gonna sit here and try to say that I'm a fucking saint. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like I've done
Yeah.
shit. I've fucked dudes, girls, and shit. Like I've like I'm not a saint, bro. Like I've never been a saint. And
Got some
it's
dirt
like,
in your name.
but it's like I'm not the devil. And it's like one thing that people need to realize as the biggest thing about being a human is that no one's perfect, and that
Hmm.
like
No
you
one.
gotta you gotta show like a little bit of like leniency to people, give them time, man.
Give them
You
time.
know,
Definitely. I agree with you on that one. Definitely give them
Mm,
time.
yeah, man.
I want to say, kind of in the same topic with your brother. Does he know about your music?
Yeah, he doesn't really fuck with it.
Oh, he's not a fan of it.
Well, see, he's very my brother actually makes music, but
Oh, does he?
he doesn't really release it like that. Like my brother's very talented. I'd honestly say my brother's better than me.
What?
Yeah,
Really now?
I think my brother's better than me at making music, but he's so hypercritical of himself he won't release it.
Oh man, that's too bad.
Well, see, my big plan is to get big with the shits and then like produce music for him.
Help him out. Bring him out.
Yeah, because it's like dude's definitely got the like honestly dead ass. If I put him on a pedestal, like I could get him big as fuck, like probably bigger than me.
Yo, that's wild because I think you're mad talented. So I can only imagine. That's crazy.
My brother's really talented, bro. Like he's very talented. He's just like dead ass, like locked in his own head. You know?
Go ahead and give us the journey and how rap was introduced in your life, dude, and how you wanted to become a musician.
Well, okay. Yeah, okay, I guess I can start from the beginning. Um, I hadn't always wanted to make music. Actually, growing up, my brother had always done music, and I had actually looked at myself and thought that I could never do it. And I heard his voice, and I listened to mine, and I listened to like recordings of myself, and I was like, "Wow, I'm ass!" Like, like I'm never gonna be able to do this. Like, I'm trash. Like, I'm not just not gonna do it because like I'd hear my brother Grant and I'm like, yo, he's like this good. Like I'm not gonna be able to like
Fill those shoes.
you know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
always kind of like wanted like Grant to like look at my music and like give me
Hmm.
some like props for it. You feel me? And like
Yep.
like fuck with it like I fuck with him. But that never really happened, but it's whatever. Um
You just never
but
got that props from him.
Yeah, and it's okay. Everybody's got their opinion. You don't have to like my type of music. It is how it is. You don't like my
Yeah.
music, it's cool. Don't listen to it. But anyways, so I had wanted to start around the time of like 15 because that's when Grant was like really he would always be around in the house singing and stuff like that. And well, I started listening to like Lil Peep and I would
Lil
like
Peep.
yeah, and I would record myself and try to make my voice sound like Lil Peep through my like
Hmm.
iPhone and shit. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it just came out like ass, and I was like, oh god. And so I made friends with this dude in school who like he just carried his laptop around with him, bro, and he was making beats, bro. I saw this
Ooh,
dude,
man.
and yeah, he was always making beats on his laptop, bro, like throughout school. So
Yeah.
I went up to dude and I was like, bro, so you produce, right? Long story short, I end up going to his house and we end up making songs together and shit. Like first, he was like the first dude I'd ever made music with. Came out, the beats came out super fire. My voice came out ass. God love the kid. He thought I was like crazy. He thought I was like
Yeah.
next up. Yeah, and I was
Hey,
like,
hey, hey.
and I was like, and he low key got pissed at me all the time because like I would always want to get like fucked up on drugs and shit, and I I never wanted
Oh
to
shit.
like record in the studio with him, and he would like come over and be like ready for me to like record shit, and I'd be like, nah, bro, let's like take these like DXM pills and like
Dang. But he
yeah,
saw it in you though, bro. You wanted to work.
yeah. Well, I wasn't seeing it at the time. Well, anyways, so we
The drugs
just
got you messed up at the time.
yeah, bro, I was doing hella shit, bro. Whenever I was like 15 to 16, yeah, when I was 15 to 16 to 17, I was taking mad psychedelics, hella pills. Um,
What kind of psychedelics were you taking?
well, it started, I was 15 years old and I took like a tab of acid whenever I was 15. And like high key, bro, when I was 15, when I took a tab of acid, it was the first time ever in life I'd ever looked in the mirror and thought I looked remotely good.
Whoa.
Ever.
On acid.
It yeah, and it like rearranged my brain in a weird way.
I believe that.
I'm not
I
like
believe
saying that
that.
to 100% promote psychedelics for everybody because it's like there is
Hmm.
a certain subset of people who like shouldn't take psychedelics. You dig? Because it's like
I agree with you.
like certain people like schizophrenics and stuff like that should not take it because
Yeah.
not everybody knows that they are. Sometimes that shit comes on and you can't really and sometimes
And
you
then
take
it's too
psychedelics.
late.
Yeah, sometimes you take psychedelics and it's like it'll fucking force that shit to be seen. Like I actually knew somebody from my hometown who was schizophrenic and didn't know it until he tried acid.
No kidding, really.
Yeah, yeah. He said after he did it, he was seeing like blue people in his room and shit, like days after.
Blue people.
Yeah, and I was like, "Yo, you're schizophrenic." And now this girl, she's on medication and stuff like that. She's doing very fine. She's actually engaged to one of my friends. She's actually cool. And I will say, for people who have schizophrenia, you do have
Hmm.
help. You can get through it, and you will be okay. You just have to really be willing to accept that you have to accept it first, and then you have to make strides for the medication, stuff like that, because you have to accept the fact that you need the medication. Schizophrenia is one of those things where sadly you need the medication.
Mental health is that's just a whole nother park. You know, that'll
Yeah.
lead to a whole nother conversation because the United States, we have our shit all messed up with the whole prison
Hmm.
system and how they treat us, the
And how people
criminals.
view fucking mental health, bro. I
Yeah,
swear
that's
to
what I'm.
God,
Yeah.
like you can't even be like a happy dude, like being himself without somebody being like, oh, he's weird. Why is this dude so
hmm
distant from everybody? This dude's not as
Yeah.
cool as he is when it's like fuck y'all, man. I'm just being myself.
Yeah. People hate when you're being yourself. You know, that's
Yeah.
negative. That's bad. But let's go back to your music, man. How it all started.
Okay, so
You're.
from then I was taking psychedelics and shit. Well, long story short, uh we ended up taking me, that producer, and one of his friends, and my brother ended up
hmm
all taking acid together. And well, long, yeah. So they ended up having a horrible trip. My
oh
brother
man.
ended up having a bad trip, and I was doing fine. I was actually like, I went into babysitter mode, and I was like taking care of these kids. I swear to God.
Hey, thank God for Pookie.
Yeah. I at that point I had done it so much that, like, I don't know, I felt like I was fine, you know.
Yeah, you're accustomed to it a little bit, huh?
Yeah, and so they were having full thought loops and shit like that, so they were like out of the world. They were like not even like able to form full sentences. And so I this may sound fucked up, but I ended up locking the two dudes who took the most acid in my room. Honestly, they didn't
Smart
even know
move.
they didn't even know I locked them in my room. And I
Oh
know
shit.
and I don't got anything in my room then, or
Nothing. Yeah.
I didn't have anything then in my room that they could harm themselves with. And
Yeah.
so I literally just dead ass put on like Lil Uzi Vert on the TV and then shut the door and locked it and didn't go back in for like 6 hours. I left them in there for like 6 hours. Yeah.
Yo.
But
Yo, that's crazy.
yeah, but when I came back in, one of them was taking a piss on my carpet, and the other one was
What the
yeah, and the other one was sitting there like drawing.
dude,
Oh,
it's a
dude.
scene from The Hangover.
Dude, I swear to God, my life has been so fucking crazy, bro.
I got some good highlights, bro. You have a
Yeah,
lot of highlights in your life.
yeah, but what's fucked up though is, bro, like after that day, I never talked to that producer again.
No kidding.
Yeah, bro, and then I started working on music pretty seriously after that. I had made this album called Emotions. Um,
Emotions.
and it had the song Even Boys Cry on it and BDD and all those ones, which
Mm-hmm.
are pretty classic songs from me. Um, and that's when I looked at it and I was like, yo, like, yeah, I can take this shit seriously now. Like, I can see myself doing something with this because I started like getting a little bit of numbers on it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
people started really fucking with me. And then after that, I had made the project Cat Houses, which had Fear
Yeah.
and Misery on it.
Where'd that idea come from? Cat houses.
Oh, dude, that's a good story. I'm glad you asked that.
Yeah, I see it everywhere. It's dope.
Okay, so one day, my other brother, not Grant, he he asked me if he could have the weed that I had at the time, and he was like, "Yo, you got that eighth right there. If you let me have that, I'll get you something good in like a week. If you just let me
Mm-hmm.
have this now." So I was like, "Okay, this sounds intriguing." So I just gave it to him.
Yeah.
Waited a week patiently. Next thing I know, my brother comes home with like 4 grams of mushrooms.
Oh shit.
And he says, you can have these 100% for free, but you've gotta like eat them all right now.
What?
Yeah, so I put them onto a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right?
Yeah.
So I eat all these mushrooms, bro, and I end up going. I end up going to Come and Go with my brothers. They're
Uh
fucking arguing in the front seat because my brother Chase won't go in and buy fucking dip for my brother Grant,
huh.
and they're just fucking being pissy and shit. And it honestly kind of ruined the mood for the beginning of the trip. And I'm
Yeah,
like, well, fuck, this is gonna start horribly.
that's
But
fucked up.
we end up going back home, and the fucking sky starts turning purple and shit and swirling. And I'm like, okay, well, here we go. We're about to like go on a big fucking roller coaster
Yeah,
that there's no controlling. So I might as well just let go now. So
yeah.
I I walk up to my house, and bro, it looked like a goddamn like Amazon rainforest in the front of my house. I
No
fucking
way.
yeah, and it look. I open my front door, and it's like I open my front door, and it looks like there's like a orange portal like over my front door.
Oh shit.
I take a step in, and the whole mood changes. It went from like I'm in a Amazon rainforest to I'm in a Quentin Tarantino film, and I'm fighting Nazis.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What the hell, bruh?
And so I
Yo.
go yeah, and so I go into my brother's room, kind of feeling weird at the time. I lay down on his
Uh-huh.
bed, bro. It feels like I just fell into like the ocean, bro. Like the bed wasn't wet at all. It was dry as fuck. Like I actually asked him, I was like, "Yo, is your fucking bed wet?" And he's like, "No."
Yo.
And
Yo.
yeah, it was a crazy trip. And next thing I know, this like big green portal just opens up on his door. And I'm like, "What the fuck? No." And so I look at it, and this red hand just comes out of it and just like grabs the bed. And I'm like, you gotta be fucking shitting me, bro. So
Whoa.
this red hand just grabs the fucking bed, and I'm like, okay, time for me to get out of this fucking room. So
What
with
the fuck?
yeah, so no context, I just look at my brother, and I'm like, I'm going to my room.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, my mom had no clue. My mom's at the house too, and she just
Uh-huh.
sees me pretty much full on sprint to my room through the hallway. So I get to my room, bro. I get to my room, bro, and I'm sitting in there, and I had these like sheets on my bed that were like dogs. It was like a sheet.
Okay.
Like the sheet was like a bunch of dogs on it. But the
Yeah, yeah.
dogs that were the sheet ended up like forming into like actual dogs that were on my bed.
No cap.
Yeah, and
What?
they were like dancing on my bed, and I was like, "What the fuck, dude? This is crazy."
That's
And
a trip.
but then I was like, "Oh, what happens if I close my eyes?" And mind you, the whole room was silent at this point. I'm literally just tripping in
Mm.
a dead silent room. And and I close my eyes, and there's these like green shapes just flying around, and they all form into a face, and the face just winks at me, and I'm like, "Oh hell no!" And I
Oh,
open my eyes,
hell
and I
no.
open my
Open the
eyes, and
eyes up.
yeah, I was like, "Okay, we're not closing my eyes anymore." Uh,
Terrible
and
idea.
yeah, and then I start hearing like dead ass like horror movie music start playing, and
Oh shit.
I'm like, okay, well now I need to like just go sit down and get comfortable, or this trip's gonna go down a really bad path.
Yeah.
So I go to my brother's room, and my brother's like goddamn tripping pro genius. And I'm like, Chase, I'm having a bad trip. I know you know this shit well. Help. He literally takes
Yeah.
a blanket, wraps it around me, pushes me to my room, turns on my RGB light, shuts the lights off, and starts playing this song called Aqueous Transmissions by Incubus.
Oh
And
man.
yeah, and I start listening to this song, tripping balls, bro. And I'm like literally having this like out of body experience, just like the most euphoric feeling ever. It's like you nutted, but like it's like that nut
Mm-hmm.
feeling is just like your entire body, and it has nothing to do with your dick. Like,
Yeah, I know that. I know that feeling.
and
It's a
and
good
like,
feeling.
but I close my eyes, and the first thing I see is just this cascade of cat houses. I'm talking like one after the other. You know those old shirts that were like stars that were black and white interlocked with each other?
Yeah, I'm looking it up
It
right
was
now.
Yeah, it was like that, but the thing was cat houses. it was like
Mm-hmm.
waves of them, and they were all going like meow, and there was like
Oh
it was like
shit.
it was like half cat, half house, and like the chimneys had smoke coming out of them, and oh, dude, it was
No
crazy.
way.
Yeah, and it was so profounding that I had to like make a painting like on spot. So what I did was is I pull out the only canvas I had at the moment, and I painted what I had seen, and
Uh-huh.
I actually still have it. It's sitting here on my wall. Uh,
I want to see that.
yeah, dude, and it's then like 2 years later, I decided to turn it into a clothing line.
Bro, I love it. I'm looking at it right now, the design, and to know that it came from a trip, that's crazy. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, dude, and yeah, it was the most insane experience of my life. It's hella affected me. The last moment I remember from that trip is I was laying on my bed and my legs had like folded up the wall,
Um,
and I was like looking at my legs just like I was
what the
like
hell's going on?
just like so zooted out of my mind that I was just like
Uh-huh.
I don't even care anymore, like I'm vibing. Like
Yo, with 4 grams of mushrooms, that'll do it, dude. And how old were you at the time?
16.
Yup, that'll do it, man. With
Yeah, I was like
Portos and a red hand grabbing your bed, like what?
yeah, it was kind of mildly traumatic just because it's like no one wants to live like an actual horror movie. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I feel you on that.
But it was
No
like
one does.
it forced me to see a bunch of shit about myself that I had not previously seen. And like it really built a lot of character. And almost immediately after that, I got like super serious about weightlifting. And I had like
Mm-hmm.
I went at the time I was like borderline anorexic.
Oh wow.
Um Yeah, and I'd gone from like I weighed like 170 at 6'3". Like I'm 6'3" and I weighed 170.
Yeah,
And
you're
then
tall, man. Six
yeah,
three.
yeah. And I went from 6'3", 170 to like 6'3", 210 in like a year.
Oh, good. That's 210. That's a good weight.
Yeah, man. And well, now I'm kind of like heavy. I'm like doing like dieting right now because I'm heavier. I weigh like 274 right now, but like my body fat percentage is like 28%. So it's like it's a solid amount of muscle, but at the same time, it's like, damn, I don't like being chubby. Like,
Are, are you hitting the weights right now?
yeah, bro, I lift I lift like 5 days a week.
Do you bench?
Yeah, yeah.
What are you benching right now?
220.
Ooh, man, that's good.
Yeah, the first time I ever did bench press, I only was able to do like a 25 plate on each side for one rep.
Yeah. That's how it starts.
Yeah, man. But yeah, life's been
The
crazy
journey
ever since then.
continues. To say what?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's literally just progressively getting crazier like day by day. Like the more that like I'm living, it's like the shit's turning like it was already like a fucking movie whenever I was a kid. Like I was living like a movie like as a kid, but now it's
Mm-hmm.
like I'm living a movie and like people are starting to like realize that how crazy my life's been, you know?
Yeah, your stories are amazing, dude. I love that. I love every story you've said so far, but that mushroom story is crazy, dude.
Yeah,
and you
actually,
had
I
it,
only
and go on.
Oh, well, I've only tripped one time after that. No, no, two times after that. The the
Uh
the
huh.
the second time I tripped, I took like a tab of acid and then I took like two Klonopins and I was like, oh dude, I was flying. Talk about
Oh man.
flying, bro. Fuck,
Do you
dude.
want
I
to talk
was
about? Do you want to talk about one of your worst and best experiences
on like on acid
on any
or on in
on
general.
any kind of yeah in general?
Well, okay. Well, probably the worst experience was me and my buddy, the dude who I used to be producer, or who used to produce for me. we had found out about this stuff called DXM, which essentially is dexametripheline or something like that. It's essentially it's the shit they put in cough syrup that like makes you drowsy and like suppresses
Mm-hmm.
your cough.
Yeah.
And so we found out about it through like Reddit, and we were looking it up, and we were like, we figured out that like, it's essentially why people drink Robitussin to get fucked up,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
but people who drink Robitussin and shit, they'll end up like dying and shit because it's got acetaminophen in it, and
Oh, that's the reason.
acetaminophen, yeah, acetaminophen is like you can overdose on that, but you can't over. I don't know if you can overdose. It takes like a lot more to overdose on DXM.
Yeah.
And so we our dumbasses decided we wanted to take like a huge like dose, like a
Oh
huge
shit.
dose to like get like out of the world. We wanted to like force ourselves to like trip without
Yeah.
taking, acid or anything like that. So we
Yeah.
ended up buying 2 bottles of the shit, and each of us took 32 pills.
Whoa. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, each of us took 32 pills. But what I didn't fucking my dumbass didn't account for though is my friend is a lot smaller than me, so he can't handle, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh
so
shit.
like that was like way too much for him. And so
Yeah.
dead ass, like I think like now that I look back on it, I think my friend was like literally like overdosing like in my room that night.
Oh man, that's tough. Damn, I think you're
And
alive.
yeah, he was. Well, I was just fucking flying through fucking the atmosphere, and he's sitting here like, "Bro, am I overdosing?" And I was like, "Nah, bro, you're fine." But realistically, I had no fucking clue because he was sitting here throwing up like mad amounts. He looked like he was like purple, and he was like throwing up like insane amounts, just like going
Yeah, that's
crazy,
shitty.
bro.
That's
Yeah,
shitty,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
That's a shitty day.
Yeah, it was insane. We woke up like the next day and like had to go to school. It was like a Sunday.
Oh, it's fucked up even more, bro.
Yeah, yeah, we were like dead ass with like no one knew about this shit either. Like we were dead ass like kids like getting like mad lit.
Hella low key, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, so you're good and he's over here having an overdose.
Yeah, well, I was so fucked out of my mind like I didn't even like think about it.
Shit. Yeah, y'all youngin'. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm so I was like high key was retarded for doing that shit like
32
high
pills,
key.
bro? That's a lot.
Yeah. Well, we had looked up the shit, but what we didn't account for like size and shit like that.
Yeah, like what's the comparison between you two at the time?
Well, he was like 5'9". He was
Oh
like
shit.
5'9", like 140.
Oh
And
my gosh, bro.
yeah, and I was like 6'3", like 190 at the time.
Yeah, you guys were in different worlds, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah. He shouldn't have taken that much. I he honestly. Oh, dude, shit, man. He's probably amazed to be alive. To be honest,
That's
like.
funny. Yeah, y'all still cool?
Nah, bro. Like our relationship got fucked up because it essentially just consisted of us doing drugs together.
Oh man, yeah,
And
yeah.
they like mad pissed off my mom because whenever they were having like that bad experience, right? And the dude was like pissed on my rug and shit. He
Oh yeah,
he I couldn't really like contain it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't contain the
yeah,
situation. So my
yeah.
mom comes home from like my mom comes home from jogging because she was like losing weight at the same time.
Uh huh.
And she comes home from jogging to essentially me, my brother, and 2 friends completely out of our minds in our room, like tripping balls. And she, like shit, like dead ass. My mom gets like, if I bring that up at all around my mom, she gets pissed. Like I can't bring it
Does
up.
she?
It like gives her, like she'll like it gives her like PTSD, like talking about it.
Shit, bro. Yeah, I would too, man. Someone pissed on my carpet.
Oh yeah, dude, it was really weird. Like I saw dude's dick. Like it was fucking a weird experience.
You're seeing the piss come out of it.
Yeah, yeah, it was mad weird because he had no clue he did it until like the day after, and I told him.
Because
Because
you're so zooted, huh?
Well, pretty much immediately after we all like started coming down and they were actually able to form sentences,
Hmm.
I was like, "You pissed on my carpet and you're cleaning it up." and I
Hey
and I
man, at
forced
least
it.
he didn't shit.
Yeah, I forced this kid. Y'all, dude, fuck. I'd cry if he like took a shit on my carpet. Like, god damn, bro. Like, I dead ass like forced this kid to like scrub my carpet with like carpet cleaner.
Oh yeah, dude. You have to, man. It's only right.
Yeah, like dude said he was gonna pay me back too, and he never did. Still low key pissed about that.
Man, that's how it is in the town, you know?
Yeah, it is how it is.
So what state are you from?
I am from Arkansas, the town
Arkansas.
where nobodies go to be nobody.
Yo, I don't know anyone in Arkansas but you.
That's what I'm saying.
Arkansas. I
I'm
don't
the,
know any. Do you know anyone that came from Arkansas that's made it in any kind of
mm,
field?
I'm pretty sure people have made it from Little Rock,
Uh huh.
but and Nashville, but that's about it. Yeah,
Nashville.
yeah, Nashville. Oh no, no, I'm retarded. That's
Oh,
Tennessee.
I was, I was gonna say I think I know someone in Nashville, but yeah, I
Yeah,
think that's Tennessee.
Where does Noody live? Doesn't he live in like Tennessee or
Yeah,
Kentucky?
yeah, he lives in
Or
Tennessee.
oh, he lives in Tennessee? Yeah.
Yeah, how close are you guys?
He's cool.
Oh yeah,
We're pretty
definitely.
close. We actually I have this unreleased song from like a long time ago. Actually, I have like two unreleased songs from a long time ago that we made together.
Oh
And
really?
they're good. They're just not up to par with my shit nowadays because I just have such high quality equipment now. It's like,
Yeah,
it's like I don't know. I just a lot of my old shit I look back on and I'm like, I just cringe at it.
dude, right? But that's good that you cringe at it. You can see the how you're improving.
Yeah, bro, I dead ass got like three albums I'm working on right now. Like, yeah.
Go ahead and talk about this new EP that you're working on. I see the single "Super
Yeah,
Villain." That
okay.
song goes hard.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so I went through a really crazy 2020 and like the only thing that got me through the shit was rapping, bro. Like I was like dead ass I was that kid at the party with a laptop in the back with five other dudes making songs, getting drunk. Like
Hmm.
I was that I was that kid. And uh
That's the vibe.
and so essentially like I made this EP called Bad Trip 2 and I punch and freestyled the whole project. So it's like and I
Hmm.
can guarantee I was fucked up for like every song that I made.
Oh no, kidding.
Yeah, dude, I was either drunk or high or something.
So it's like it's a hella vibe EP for sure. Then
Oh yeah, dude. Like
you can
yeah,
hear it in Supervillain because the energy is
yeah.
tough on that.
Yeah, Supervillain's one of those ones where it's like it's essentially like me stating to everybody, it's like I don't give a fuck about what any of you think. Yes, I know I'm some like fucking rando looking, goofy ass looking kid from Arkansas, but I can probably rap better than you and I can probably fuck your bitch.
Yo, I love the
That
energy, bro.
that was the vibe I was trying to give off on that song. Cuz it's like literally in
And
the song
yeah,
I said I said I walk in the building, get the fuck out of my way. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, bro. I'm looking at the video right now, and it's hard, bro. You
Yeah.
got the bandana,
Yeah, bro.
the
I've been busting
shades.
ass like yeah, dude.
That's a vibe, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, if anybody that's viewing right now wants to go check out my shit, Spotify, just search Pouke. You can find me on there. If you want to find me on YouTube, search Pouke. If you want to find me on Instagram, my Instagram handle is Pouke versus the world, Pouke versus the world. Um, the world
Nice.
without a O for the world. But yeah,
Sick, bro.
and
You got like over 5, 10. What was this? 10 videos? One, two, three, four, five, six,
yeah, I
seven,
got a solid amount of videos. Like I feel like music videos are
10,
a like integral
eight-
uh
18.
thing that you need to have. Like music videos are a thing that you need to have if you want to make it in the game, you know?
And you got
And
him, bro.
and it's like dead ass. Like I can't drop a music video unless it's hard. Like not
Mm,
anymore. I
mm,
used to drop music videos because I was just testing the waters and shit. But now it's
mm-hmm.
like, bro, I have like multiple people I get this shit ran through to make sure the shit's good. Like, and it's like I just have a good ear for shit too. So it's like I can tell when the shit's not good. And so like I just bought like a 20-foot green screen and I got my house set up for green screen shit because I'm working on Take Off the Venus. It's one of the
Take out
songs.
to Venus.
It's on Bad Trip 2, the new project I'm fixing to release. Which we got it set up and everything. It's really hard. Like it's gonna be
For the
fire.
video.
Yeah, the next video is gonna be like it's gonna be like two songs in one
Oh,
video, and it's
nice.
gonna be Take Off the Venus, and then it's gonna be the song Sheesh,
Sheesh.
the
That's
very first
perfect,
song on
bro.
the project. Yeah, dude.
Yup. Which one is your favorite video right now at the moment? Maybe a video they can tell the fans to check out first.
With Time Comes Fear. Get that. We got to get that song to 1 million right now. It is rising. It's getting close to 6K.
Yup.
It's got like
Yup.
300. It's got 300 and something. 300 and something
336. Yeah.
likes on it, bro. Like that song's been going up like dead ass. Like 3 months ago, that
Bro,
shit was only at like 300 views.
dude, you got over 100 comments.
Yeah, bro. Look at them, read them, bro. Like it's dead ass motherfuckers just telling me I'm gonna be famous, bro. Like
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the feedback. The feedback is great. You got mad love here. And from all parts of the world,
it's
too.
yeah, bro. It's like people from Mexico commenting on this shit. Like that. Like on the album, like
That's
on the
crazy.
project I'm fixed. Yeah, on the project I'm fixing to release, I literally say because of my fans, I just might learn Puerto Rican. Yeah,
Ooh, that's a line. That's a
yeah.
bar right there. I like that
I
bar.
said in the album I said I take these drugs like the weekend because of my fans. I just might learn Puerto Rican off the drugs and I'm tweaking. Yeah, when she hop on my dick, she look like she tweaking.
Bars, bro. Bars. No cap.
Yeah, I'm
You
telling
know,
you,
I'm
bro.
not
This
trying
new
to.
project's really fire.
That is sick.
What's
All right,
up?
so is this EP gonna turn into a full tape or is it just an EP? Bad Trip 2.
I'm gonna say it's just an EP. I have plans on dropping another EP, but the next EP is not gonna be rap, really. It's gonna be rap, but it's more along the lines of like grunge mixed with like
Mm-hmm.
pop music. It's gonna be one of those things like I really want to like set the standard to another level with. But the project I'm fixing to release, I just really wanted to drop some shit that's more mainstream, gonna be very
Mm.
vibey. I want people to listen to it and be able to bump it in their car, go work out to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want this shit to be like some shit that people can really bump.
Bad Trip 2 is full of energy, right? Get you going.
Yeah, yeah, mad energy. Like, Stay Mad, probably the hardest song on there. I think that song's a
Stay
hit
mad.
song. Like that,
Stay
yeah.
mad. And
I think
when
that
is this
song's a
tape gonna
hit.
be dropping?
I'm gonna try to drop it by like May 20th.
May 20th. Mark that down. May
Yeah,
20th.
I gotta get the music video finished. We got like 50% of the shots done right now, and I edit my own videos and everything. So you know it's a big process. Essentially, I'm a one man army, like dead ass. Like I do everything.
Mm-hmm. All by yourself.
Like
One man army, like you said.
yeah, I do everything. So like if there's any hiccups in anything, like just remember I am dead ass a one man army. I do this shit on my own. I edit my
Mm-hmm.
videos, I mix and master my music, you know, I write my lyrics, I make the beats, like I literally do it all. So it can be hard sometimes.
Let's say money starts rolling in even more. Would you like consider like hiring like an engineer, maybe someone to
Oh
master the
yeah.
tracks for you, kind of
Yeah,
give
yeah.
you more ease?
I plan on having my own like team eventually. Like
Mm-hmm.
but I'm trying to make connections hella first. Like I'm pretty good at like
Yeah.
spotting energy and stuff like that and just like not really fucking with people because there's a lot of people who are like really good but they're just
Yeah.
on some fuck shit, you know what I'm saying? Like they're just doing fuck shit and like I'm very highly motivated about energy. Like if I feel somebody's
Mm-hmm.
energy's off, I cannot fuck with you. Like
Right.
on the album, on the EP, I literally say these boys acting like hoes. Water. I mean, I got multiple flows, multiple bands, this and these kids, and I'll hit my dance. Cause literally, bro, these boys are acting like hoes, bro. They get mad if I don't want to be friends with them, and they'll literally message me like
Oh, really?
crazy, bro. There's this one kid, bro, who I literally had to stop fucking with, bro, because he was just on some fuck shit. Uh,
Really?
yeah. And I stopped fucking with him, bro. And he was like a childhood friend, so it actually kind of fucked me up a little bit. But
Oh, the man.
yeah, but he was into like doing a lot more harder drugs and shit. Like
Oh,
like I
that's
like
fucked
doing
up.
drugs and shit, and I can be kind of crazy about shit. But it's like when you're taking like 5 Molly in a night, and it's not even like pure Molly. You're taking like meth cut Molly. Like
Oh, shit.
that's when I gotta like distance myself because dude literally like told me shit was like cut with coke, and I was like, "Yo, like okay."
Nah.
Well, I was okay. I was kind of down to do the coke cut Molly. I
Speak
was
your
kind of
truth.
down.
Yeah.
I was kind of down, but after I'd taken it, but like after I took it, dude told me it was cut with meth.
Uh-huh.
So I was like sitting here tweaking, bro. I was twacked out, bro.
I was twag.
Bro, I was, dude. I was like tweaking hard, bro. I literally walked around the apartment building complex for
Yeah.
like 6 hours, bro.
Damn, that's what that does to you, bro.
Yeah, dude, I was twacked out, bro. I was like, I, dude, it fucked with my mental space for the next like month and a half, bro.
Oh yeah, it's an awful thing. For sure.
Yeah, man. I'm really
I
laying
know.
low off the drugs right now, though. I might take like a Xanax occasionally here and there, but like no press shit. And I don't know.
So
I
a
try.
Xan every now and then.
Yeah, and like I'm not really smoking weed though right
Why
now. I
not?
was smoking it like, well, it's really weird. It affects my anxiety in a different level. And like I've tried different strains and shit, but like you got to understand, I've been smoking weed since I was like 13, bro.
Oh wow,
And
damn.
like I don't know. I think like when I first started, it was such a different like thing than what it is now. Now it's like
Oh
you can't
yeah.
like now like back then I was like it was me and like five other dudes in a fucking garage, and we were smoking quote unquote Afghan Kush and more
Yeah.
like Afghan Reg, from his crackhead cousin that lived in some fucking ghetto ass apartments. Like, it's like,
Uh-huh.
and now it's like, bro, you can get like the strongest shit, and like, bro, I don't know, I was in it pretty heavy for a while, bro, but like my anxiety, like I have bad anxiety like regularly. You know what I'm saying? Like I have issues like being around people. Like if I like go out in public, like sometimes I'll have like panic attacks just like being out around people.
Is it
And
because of an experience or are you introvert?
uh I honestly don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I just know it probably has something to do with my childhood, bro. Like I've had
Mm-hmm.
an abusive stepfather figure in my life before. I don't know, it's some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't
Yeah.
know. I've had so
Yeah.
much fucking fuckery going on in my life. It's probably something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just know that like, dude, I could go into Subway, bro, and like I gotta like turn around and look the other direction like mid
Yeah.
order so that I can collect myself. Like
And that's sobered
that's sober,
or
bro.
just
That's
okay.
that's sober. And so like nowadays, like if I smoke weed or something, like it's got me like I'll have like panic attacks, like dead ass.
Oh, so it'll make it worse for you.
Yeah. It used to
Oh
not be
man.
like this. It used to not be like this, dead ass.
Hmm. So something happened, it triggered your brain in some kind of
Yeah.
capacity.
Hey, it
Have
really
you
used to not be like this.
have you ever had like brain scans?
No,
No. I always thought about
no,
that to see how
I'd
my
be
brain
down.
is. Yeah, I would be
Yeah,
down
I'd
too,
be.
just to see.
Yeah, yeah, man. I don't know. I have high plans for the future. I plan on taking this shit very far. I plan on doing a lot of crazy shit with my, prominence. Everything
uh,
is indefinite. You never know how long you're gonna be here. So I've really only
yeah.
20, man. I plan on taking full advantage
Oh
of
yeah,
this
that's a good
shit.
attitude. I'm gonna ask you a question that I want to ask pretty much every guest that I have that I'm interviewing.
Okay.
Um, where do you see music now that because of the COVID-19, with the whole performing, with signing
hmm
labels, with touring, where do you see that future?
Independent. I think that the um, labels are really gonna start getting like irrelevant, really.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily completely irrelevant, but it's like people are going to start not wanting to sign deals. Like the people who are actually going to be pulling their weight in terms of like royalties and money are not
Mm-hmm.
going to be signing labels. They're going to be signing like contracts for distribution deals and not signing contracts for, like 360 deals and stuff like that because the 360 is ass. I don't do 360 deals like garbage.
So it's
Actually, as a
strictly
matter,
distribution.
yeah, 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 or being completely independent and then just making your money off of uh, like from fans and stuff like that, and monetizing some type
Mm-hmm.
of way, like making your own clothing line, or you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
like doing shit like that.
Mm-hmm. And did you
You know, I
ever go ahead?
oh, go ahead. Well, irrelevant. Just go ahead.
I was gonna say before COVID, the main thing an artist would get money from was touring. Going out on stage and performing. And to me, that was like one of the best things you can do as an artist. I'm hoping. I want to see where your mind's at. Do you think that the lockdown will get worse, where these artists can't even perform? It's all strictly virtual shows, or
Nah, nah,
you
bro.
think
It's
it's
gonna
we're
get
gonna?
better.
You think so?
Yeah, I know so, bro. I got a mom in the medical field, bro. Like my mom teaches
Mm-hmm.
nursing and is a nurse. Like my mom's been dead ass giving COVID vaccines. Like,
Mm-hmm.
uh, like the way I foresee it, I think that by like October we're gonna start seeing more normal shit. I think once we start to really like figure out how we're gonna go about, uh, like doing like some type of verification that you've been vaccinated. I
Mm-hmm.
think we need to have security in knowing that our vaccines are good and effective and will keep you from getting it. And then once we know that, we need to have some type of way for private businesses, aka people like Rolling Loud,
Mm-hmm.
like people who like Walmart or stuff like that, um, to like verify if you've taken your vaccine to like come in the store. Like you should like scan like a vaccine thing through your phone on the door, and then it'll let you in.
Mm-hmm. So you
See
think
that
by
that's
October they're gonna roll that out?
No, I think that by October we're gonna be more comfortable with going out in public and doing public things. I know now here the mask mandate is gone. Um,
In Arkansas?
yeah,
The mask
we
mandate is
don't.
gone in Arkansas.
Yeah, bro, you don't have to wear one. We just walk up in the vids. I mean, I still wear one because like fuck that. But
Wow, that's amazing that Arkansas got rid of that. That's crazy.
yeah, I mean, do I think that that's necessarily a good idea? I mean, I think if people want to catch the fucking COVID, let them fucking catch the COVID, bro. But my ass, bro, I am going to be vaccinated the fuck up. I'm gonna be, wearing my mask. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck that shit. I'll let y'all dumbasses go catch that shit. And, you know, like, if you want to take a chance with death, bro, take it. Like, I've had COVID, bro. It's not fun.
Yeah. When did you catch the COVID?
I was in college, and I caught it around like start of January.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It was
this
ass.
year,
So
right?
yeah, 2021.
What side effects did you have?
Uh, I mean, it was like the cold, but like a little bit worse. Like the flu, but a little bit worse. I was pretty much in bed like for like a week or two. It didn't really take my taste away. Trust me, it didn't take my taste away. I'm still munching like a motherfucker. But it definitely fucked with my head, gave me bad headaches. Pretty much just play games. And what's funny is like at first I was like, it started with me like not feeling good, and like so I just skipped my college classes for a day, because you like got days you can skip. Um,
Yeah.
and then I was like, oh, this is progressing. I need to like go get tested. So I got tested, and that shit came back positive, and I was like,
Oh
fuck.
wow.
Cause dead ass, like at first, like it just felt like a cold, bro.
Yeah. You didn't think nothing of
So
it.
yeah, yeah, and then I just emailed all my teachers, and then yeah. And literally, it got so bad. Like I was at home for so long, it impeded my ability to do like schoolwork shit. Right? I have
Yeah.
ADHD and shit, so my attention's like horrible. Like I'll be
Okay.
trying to do homework and shit, and then I'll see like H3H3 posted something on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go check that out.
Yeah.
And uh, uh, fucking yeah, that shit had me fucked up. Like it got so bad to where I knew I was about to fail my finals, and so I literally just dropped out of college.
Damn. Your school didn't give you no time off because of the whole COVID thing.
Uh, they did, but it was like I still had to do the work at home.
That's dirty.
Yeah,
This is
and
like
I didn't,
they say it's the most dangerous drug, but they want you to do your homework.
dude. And what's so stupid is all the shit I was doing had nothing to do with my degree. So, like the first year
Oh,
of
really?
college is bullshit, bro. Like dead ass. Tell me how this makes sense. I'm going to college to get a studio art degree for painting and like how to teach people, like to teach people how to paint and like do art and draw and shit like that, right? So I
Yeah.
can be a college professor.
Uh
Um,
huh.
Tell me how the fuck it makes sense that I have to learn psychology, college algebra, worry management, um, and all this other bullshit when the shit I'm coming out of college for is just to teach people how to do art.
Yeah, it makes no sense, bro. Makes
Yeah,
no
and
sense. Waste of time.
it's literally so stupid. I talk about that on the new EP too.
Oh, do you? Nice.
Yeah, yeah. I have some bars in there that talk about it.
Yeah, man, you have a lot of truth in your music, man.
Yeah, it's like a lot of people like to like disrecognize my music as like mumble rap or shit like that. But I tell people, bro, you just ain't listening fast enough. Like, like,
Nah.
just like listen to the shit. Like, if you really listen to what I'm saying, like I'm spitting like some real shit. Just listen to it. Give it a chance
Mm-hmm.
for a second. Not don't judge me on how I look.
Mm-hmm. Listen to the music. Use your ears.
Yeah.
I was on Spotify going through your discography, and I went all the way back to your first couple songs, your first EPs,
Hmm.
and I can say that you had more of a rap style in the beginning. And it was nice, dog. It was a cool style. It was dope. It was different.
Yeah. Now I
And
started
then
kind of transitioning into a more pop feel.
yeah, with Love Letters, I love I love where you're heading. I love the way you sound, how you're rapping and singing. And
Yeah.
to me, I don't really hear no one that's doing that that sounds like you.
Yeah, because it's like that's the direction I really want to take it. And like um I there's my two favorite types of music are pop and really just like bar for bar rap music. Like I love listening to Lil Yachty. His new project Lil
Mm-hmm.
Boat 3 is
Mm-hmm.
insane, bro. I love that project.
Is
And
it? I gotta check it out.
yeah, bro, you gotta listen to that. That project's really good. Fucking speaking of which, Young Thug just dropped Slime Language 2
Oh yeah, I
uh
gotta hear that.
today, and it's pretty fire. I
Mm-hmm.
listened to a bit of it this morning.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice,
And then I also like
nice.
listening to people like Kuko. and like,
Hmm.
like Juice World and stuff like that. And I like listening to like Tame Impala, and then I have a lot
Mm.
of rock background. I plan on taking a rock approach later. Um,
Oh man, I would love to hear that.
I actually have like a couple songs already made that are rock songs.
Do you?
They're
I
just
can't.
in the
I can't even
vault.
imagine that.
Dude, you don't even know how hard they are, bro. You don't even
Oh
know.
man.
You don't even know. Like, it's so fire. Like, and I'm so hyped because me and my old producer Jet, the dude who made Fair and Misery, or who are collabing on this project, and
Perfect.
uh, and
Full
we've been
circle,
just,
huh?
yeah, we've been just hitting the studio and shit, and like he brings his guitar and his amp and shit. We just hook it up, and I'll tell him what vibe I'm feeling. Some days I'll be feeling like Foo Fighters Everlong. Some days I'll be feeling like Incubus.
Yep.
Some
Yep.
days I'll be feeling like Led Zeppelin. It's just I'm all over the place sometimes. But I plan on making a very cohesive, like very, very good rock album. And I'm not sure when that's going to drop. It's probably going to be a year or so from now, but
Hmm.
that's definitely in the works right now. The plan I have for 2021 is one rap project and one pop/rap album.
And the rap project, is that different from Bad Trip too?
No, that is Bad Trip too.
Okay, for sure. So we have Bad Trip 2 look forward to, and another project.
Actually, I take that back. Actually, the rap/pop project is probably going to get released in 2022, and then I'm probably just going to drop two EPs this year. But let
Nice.
me tell you, those EPs are jam packed, full of hits.
I'm looking forward to it, bro. I'm looking forward
Yeah,
to
man.
it. I got
Yes.
here. You said May 20th. Hopefully, you're gonna drop Bad Trip too.
Yeah, that's when I plan on it. Honestly, I'm probably going to upload it tonight to distribution.
Oh, oh man. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
I need to
Yeah.
hear that. Last thing I want to ask you, bro, if there's anything else you want to say, after go ahead. But I wanted to know a little bit more about the song "Apocalypse" off the Scary Stories EP. That
Okay.
song is crazy. If we could talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that.
Um, that song has to deal with a lot of depression and a lot
Mm,
of how I feel during my deepest and darkest moments, and how I feel very alienated as a human. And a lot of my life, I've been very alienated by family, stepfathers, my own father,
mm,
friends. People just
mm-hmm.
have, I don't know, I've always been so different. My mom has always told me I was different. And I don't know, I never saw myself as different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never wanted to be treated different. I just
Yeah.
wanted to be me. I just wanted to be me and accepted for me. And most people didn't. A lot of people didn't accept me for me.
Man,
And so
that's
and
tough.
so and so Apocalypse is really like that song, like talking about how I feel at my worst. Because it's like, I'm trying to remember the lyrics. It's like, we are among the apocalypse, all crush their bodies into bacon bits, lift the blood off a fork for the taste of it. Oh, but yeah, it's like, essentially, it's like, you ever
Mm-hmm.
been so fucked up about shit, you just like want to like go on a murder rampage. You feel me? It's like, I'm not gonna
Facts.
act,
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna act that out, but it's like,
Yeah.
you can't help but sit here and like be like, I'm so pissed at just like how people treat me. It makes me just want to beat the shit out of them, or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
it's not that I'm gonna do it. It's just that being so just like treated bad in your life. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't want
Mm-hmm.
to be looked at like a victim, because I don't feel like I'm a victim. I feel like I'm a person who's been fucked with my entire life and is literally turning an L to a W, you know?
Right. Yep. Turn that L into a
And
W. I'm gonna
that, like,
say
that's,
that I'm sure you agree, but for an artist, when we were able to put all that frustration and stress or whatever anxiety into a song, it's such a release. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
actually, when I first listened to Apocalypse back again, I actually cried listening to it,
Mm.
because there's a part in the song where I'm like, Nobody's gonna fucking miss me. Bury
Mm-hmm.
me where my mama miss me. So leave my body just about 6 feet. 666 where yeah, but that part
Mm-hmm.
I cried during that part because it's like that part is just like speaks so much. It's like
Yeah.
when you're really at your worst and you're really having these suicidal thoughts and thinking the worst shit, you're like, you really feel like no one's gonna miss you, bro. So like why not?
Yeah.
You know? Like you really
Yeah.
feel like you're fucked up and you're like, bro, no one's gonna fucking miss me. So like why not just take this shit and like, you know, end it.
That's heavy. 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 But instead of acting out and doing something stupid, you did the best thing and made a dope ass track.
Facts,
You
bro.
know what I
And
mean? Facts.
I encourage all the youth to instead of taking out their tendencies to cut themselves and tendencies to do drugs, I encourage all of them to do art,
Mm-hmm.
man. Pick up the pen and start drawing, bro. You don't have to be perfect. You just get that
Mm-hmm.
expression out, get that anger out onto that paper, and that's what matters. That's art, not perfection. That's why people who are not like crazy talented end up becoming people who like are revered in history because
Mm-hmm.
they conveyed emotion so well.
Facts, dude. Facts. Rest in peace to Pete. Rest in peace to DMX. You know, those are two dope
Yes.
artists right there alone that put their emotions and their life in the music.
Bro,
And you
I
felt that.
cried when Peep died, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I
Mm-hmm.
cried heavily when Peep died, bro. I remember when it happened, bro. I was in like 11th grade, bro. I was in 11th grade when Peep died. And I fell asleep on my I had like a little mini like couch thing I'd like salvaged from somebody in my room. And
Mm-hmm.
I fell asleep on the couch watching Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
And I woke up to text of everybody saying Peep died. And I went and looked at it and it was true. And I just started bawling, bro. My whole day was ruined. He was my number one artist, favorite artist of all time.
Yeah.
Still is.
Yeah.
Still is, bro. Cause I feel so just like I'm him, bro. Like I feel like me and Peep like dead ass like would be like the best like literally the best friends, bro. Like if he was still alive. Like
I know. I can see that. I can see that. It's really it sucks that he's gone. He was
yeah,
he
bro.
was already he was already like a G. He was already an icon, and he
Yeah,
didn't
bro.
even make it. He didn't even peak yet. He
Yeah.
wasn't even close to peaking yet, and he was already popping. He was already a legend. And when
Yeah.
he died, it was like, whoa, what the
Because
fuck?
everybody who was like viewing him and seeing what he was doing was like this kid is doing
Mm-hmm.
something like that's so unseen. He had like maybe 5,000 viewers on his Instagram, but all of them knew this was something that was big.
Yeah. Uh huh.
And that's how
Even
I saw it,
McConan.
dude.
Even
Yeah,
McConan. That's how I found out about Pete. It's because of McConan.
that's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Pete. So he was your number one artist, your favorite
Yeah.
artist.
Yeah, favorite artist of all time.
Gone too
Him,
soon.
him and X, yeah, two biggest favorite
Oh
artists.
man. Same
And
thing
then
with X, bro.
along with that, Kurt Cobain, and then Pink Floyd, and
Mm-hmm.
um, Incubus, Eminem. Fucking shit. Corn. Corn was a very.
Corn.
They were a very big inspiration to me. So was Seven Doors Down, Breaking Benjamin. Fuck. Um, Trying to think of another one that really. Akon, that's for sure. Fuck, dude.
Akon. Man,
Conflict music.
yeah. Dude, those are all great musicians, bro. When Akon
Oh
first
yeah.
came out, we were all singing it.
Oh yeah. Uh, Fucking Big Sean, Kanye, bro. Oh yeah. So many artists, man. So many
So
artists
many
have a place in my
artists.
heart.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Oh yeah.
Bro, it's been almost 2 hours. Let's
Damn, it
wrap it
ain't
up.
even feel like that. It ain't even feel like
It
that.
didn't. It didn't, dude. Is there anything you want the fans to check out? No, go ahead and let them know. Let them know your links and all of that.
Okay, so check me out on Instagram at Pouke versus the World, WRLDPOUKE. Check me out on Spotify at POUKE. Check me out on everything else under that same name, including YouTube, POUKE. And yeah, check out my clothing line, Cat Houses clothing
N-
line. I'm working on getting
Nice.
my Instagram shop up. I'm gonna try to have that
Oh,
running pretty
perfect.
soon. But my Teespring's up. You can find that in my Instagram bio. Um, listen to my most recent album, Love Letters in the Back of the Class Deluxe. That is a hit project,
Mm,
23
mm,
songs long.
mm.
That is literally a hit project. Bump it.
Hit after hit. Pookie,
Yeah.
thanks for being on Uphill Radio. You're the first guest, the first interview. I appreciate every moment, and I hope we could keep working, man.
Of
I
course,
love you as
bro.
an artist, and I
You
fuck
too,
with you.
man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
everyone.
Thank
Thanks for
you, bro.
listening to Uphill Radio. This is Pooks. This is Baker. Y'all have a good one.
Deuces.